At my wedding reception, the photographer said, "Can everyone who actually wants this marriage to succeed please stand for the toast?" I laughed. Weird way to start a toast, but whatever. Then I noticed my new husband David wasn't laughing. Neither was the photographer. She set down her camera and picked up a microphone. "I'm not actually a photographer," she said. "I'm a private investigator, and I was hired 3 months ago to look into David Chen." The room went completely silent. My mom grabbed my arm. My maid of honor Priya dropped her champagne glass. "I have evidence that 14 people in this room knew David was cheating on Rebecca for the past 2 years. Some of you helped cover it up. Some of you participated." She pulled out a folder. "So I'll ask again. Everyone who actually wants this marriage to succeed, who didn't lie, didn't cover, didn't participate, please stand." I was already standing. Bride's privilege. But I watched the room. David's best man Kyle stayed seated. He'd been providing alibis. David's sister Morgan stayed seated. She'd let them use her apartment. My college roommate Jen stayed seated. She looked like she was going to vomit. 14 people in a room of 86 remained sitting. My father stood up slowly. "What the hell is happening?" The investigator turned to me. "Rebecca, I was hired by your grandmother before she passed. She had suspicions. She paid for 6 months of investigation and asked me to deliver the results today, publicly, so no one could spin it. Grandma Ruth, she died 2 months ago. I thought she just left me her pearls. She'd left me the truth." David grabbed my wrist. "Babe, this is insane. She's lying. This is some kind of scam." The investigator pulled out photographs, hotel receipts, text screenshots. "The woman's name is Megan Park. She works at David's firm. They've been together since 3 months after your engagement." I looked at Megan's face in the photo. Then I looked at table 7. Megan was sitting at table 7. David had insisted she be invited, said she was important for his promotion. She was crying now, mascara running, trying to leave. But people were blocking the exits, too stunned to move. Everyone sitting knew. The investigator continued. "I have receipts, texts, and statements. Kyle booked their hotel rooms. Morgan lent her keys. Jen saw them together at a conference and said nothing." Jen finally spoke. "Becca, I wanted to tell you, you were my maid of honor," I said. She didn't have an answer. My mother was shaking. My father looked like he wanted to kill someone. David was still holding my wrist. "We can work through this. People make mistakes." I pulled my hand away. "You brought her to our wedding?" "I didn't think you made me hug her in the receiving line." He had nothing. I looked at the 72 people standing. My dad, my mom, my coworkers, my cousin who'd flown in from Portugal. Then I looked at the 14 sitting. People I'd trusted, people I'd fed, housed, cried to. I took off my ring and set it on the head table. Reception's over. I walked out in my wedding dress. Didn't look back. My mom caught up to me in the parking lot. She didn't say anything. Just took off her jacket and wrapped it around my shoulders. We drove to a diner 3 towns over. I ordered pancakes at 9 p.m. in a $12,000 dress. My phone was exploding. I turned it off. Somewhere around my 3rd cup of coffee, my mom finally spoke. "Your grandmother always said you deserved someone who chose you every single day." I started crying, but not because I was sad, because Grandma Ruth loved me enough to save me, even after she was gone. That night, I slept at my parents' house in my childhood bed, and for the first time in 2 years, I didn't feel like I was pretending everything was fine.